Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to another video. Today we have got another installment of Runescape for Dummies. Today is another Slayer edition. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be going through Basilisk Nights. Now before you even start thinking about doing Basilisk Nights, some housekeeping, there are two requirements that you need to get done before you can even start going and doing them. First up, you need 60 Slayer. Second of all, you need to have completed the quest, the Fremennik Exiles. Now if you've not done those, go and get them done, come back to this video, and we can go through Basilisk Nights. If you have, let's get into it. So first of all, why should you do Basilisk Nights? Well, first up, there's two drops that are, one of them is very, very good. The second, collection log. First up is the Basilisk Jaw, which is a 1 in 1,000 if you're on task, and a 1 in 5,000 if you're off task. And the other drop is the Basilisk Head, which is a 1 in 1,000 as well. I've had two of those so far, so technically I had two jaws. Hate that it wasn't actually a jaw, but hey, that's water under the bridge. So, the Basilisk Jaw is what you use to upgrade your Helm of Nezinot, or Netisnot, into the Face Guard, which is best in slot for in quite a lot of places. It's a really, really good helmet, and it's fairly achievable to get. You know, it's Basilisk Nights aren't very hard to do. It's kind of a decent drop rate, especially if you're rinsing through the tasks. And I find that doing Duradel tasks are the best shot at getting Basilisk tasks. I think in the past 10 to 20 tasks, I've had maybe 5 Basilisk tasks, and they're normally like 140 of them. I currently have 142 on my tasks, which is a nice amount to put a nice dent in that progress towards getting yourself a jaw. Now, let's quickly go through my gear setup. There is one thing that you're definitely going to need, and that, my friends, is a V-shield or a mirror shield. That is because if you don't have that, the Basilisk Knights are going to do some heavy damage on you, and they're also going to start draining your stats as well, which then makes you pretty much useless and you can't do any damage. We don't want that. So, that being said, you're going to need to have a weapon where you can also have a shield. Crossbows, perfect for that. You got rune crossbow, works very well. Dragon crossbow works very well. I've got a dragon hunter crossbow because it's my best in slot, and that's what we're rocking and rolling with for this guide. I also highly recommend Slayer Helm that's imbued, because you get the buffs for attacking with range and magic. The normal one, you don't get that. So an imbued Slayer Helm. I do have my fire cape on. I'm not really sure why I've got my fire cape on. That should be my Avers. So ignore that. I will change it before we actually go there. I've just been doing some other Slayer. My bad. But anyway, best in slot Avers. Your best in slot range necklace. I've got an Anguish. I use Diamond Bolts E. I find they work very well. Rubies don't really work on them because they're not high enough hit points. Then I've got my Guthix D'hide body and chaps. Whatever prayer bonus range armor you have works best, because we are going to be praying the whole time. But if you don't have that, don't worry, you could bring like Carols or something like that. You just don't get as good a bonus. Then I've got my Pegazian boots and my Barrows gloves. Ranger boots work fine. God boots work fine as well. Doesn't really matter, just your best in slots. And now I've got an Archer Spring imbued. All right, I've got to fix the problem. There you go, I've got my assembler. But anyways, now let's go through our inventory. I've got a whole load of prayer pots. You could bring restores if you want as well. I leave a nice amount of space because we are going to be picking up drops. They drop some really good runes and herbs and stuff like that. So I want to have some space in my inventory so I can just pick them up as and when. I've got nature runes and then fire runes in my rune pouch as well, so I can start alching while I'm there. I've then got a placeholder of just 1 coin. You don't have to bring that if you don't want to. And then I've got my Fremennik sea boots, which is how I get to Fremennik to then take the boat over to start doing nights. In my rune pouch, I've also got house teleport, so I can teleport home, restore, and then, you know, go and bank and whatnot. But wherever you teleport to go to the bank, see fit with that. But getting to Basilisk Nights, you've got a couple of options. So if we go onto the map, like I said, I use the sea boots that drop me just in the middle of the Relica Market. You've also got the house teleport. You could make the long run from Sears Village if you really fancy it. But then you've also got the Fairy Ring CJR, which is a good option too. Essentially anywhere, any teleport that's going to get you to Relica, because we're going to be taking the boat to of course, it's not on the map, but Isle of Stone. So whatever teleport you can get to Fremennik with, or Relica, I should say, and then get off onto the boat. So that being said, let's head over. It is the furthest dock over in the marketplace, not north, where you've got the ones to Net is not and all that sort of place. We want to go to Isle of Stone, which is Haskell. So let's select Haskell, and over we go. We're going to enter the cave just over here. We're going to run on down and into the cave. And when we come in, it's going to be Never Eat Shredded, our south kind of tunnel, the southwest tunnel that you're going to run on down. You can see there's already some people here using the exact same method that I'm using, which is you're going to stand in this doorway, whack on Protect from Mage, and start attacking them. Because we're courteous gamers, we're going to hop through, find a world that's empty, and then we'll get on with some kills. All right, so we've got ourselves a world. Let's put on our Protect from Mage. And when you step out, they are aggressive, so they will start attacking you like this one has just done. And if we step in here, like you see, we just got hit by a melee. You don't really want that. I mean, if you are worried about it, like if you're a hardcore, bring a little bit of food, just in case. Or bones to peaches, because they do drop bones if you need some food, but don't want to take up too much space in your inventory. This is it. You literally just click and wait for it to die. There's not much more to it. So Basilisk Knights do indeed have a superior variant. They're pretty much the same as a normal Basilisk Knight. The only difference is that they do an attack that this red ball here. So when it freezes you in stone, keep clicking on the Sentinel like so, and you break out of it. Otherwise, it freezes you in stone, you take a load of damage, no fun. But yeah, for the most part, just stay aware of that red ball, and it's just the same as a normal knight. I did say about you could use a Fang earlier for a melee build. They are weak to crush, so you could use, I don't know, like a zombie axe or something better than a zombie axe. I love the zombie axe, so I'm a +1 for using a zombie axe. But anything that's decent with crush would be very good against them. But a Fang is just OP, so Fang's pretty good. But either way, they've got 300 hit points, which means you get 300 Slayer XP. You could bring a Bone Crusher if you want some passive prayer XP, but they drop big bones, so it's not like serious XP. It's just, you know, some feeder XP for your 99 prayer. But then you see this one's already ready to go. They are aggressive to you just standing outside this door, so you can do a little bit of an AFK. Just watch yourself on your prayer. You don't want that to drop because they can kill you pretty quickly. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Basilisk Knights. Nothing too crazy. Alkables, they drop rune axes, adamant plate legs, kite shields, rune battle axes, daggers, scimitars, spears, and med helms. So a lot of stuff there that is pretty good for Alkin. It says in the wiki that when on Slayer tasks, the average kill is worth 23.9k, which isn't actually that bad. But when you start weighing up how many resources you're using with prayer pots and all that good stuff, you know, it's up to you whether you want to do knights or you just do the normal Basilisk, for example. But yeah, Basilisk Knights, I should say, aren't really a task that I'm skipping at the moment, mainly because I need a jaw, but they are not bad XP, they're not bad money, and they do drop some decent runes and Brenarweeds and Snapdragons, which is handy if you are an Iron Man like myself. They drop the Mystic Hat Light as well, and Long and Curve Bones. I've had loads of long bones from these, even though they are a 1 in 400. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you are new around here, please do consider subscribing. I think I'm uploading this to my second channel. So my main channel is SmithyTV. This channel was more SmithyTV, which is some sort of smaller guides like this to go up on. So if that tickles your fancy, or if you want to come and check out my main Iron Man videos, links down below. It's just SmithyTV. Yeah, give that a look up if you want to follow along with my Iron Man adventures. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. See you all in the next video. Bye.